Bonfire so high, you can see it from the road. Got something real fast, had a full of real gold. It's one of them nights when anything goes. Got a whole lot of shine, a little something to smoke. Bonfire so high, you can see it from the road. Got something real fast.
How's it going, everybody? Flint from Flint and Steel Survival bringing you a video today. I did an unboxing on this blade. It turned out kind of ridiculous. I rambled on about it too long, comparing it to a lot of other things, but I just figured I'd remake it because I'd lose your interest. So jumping right into this blade, this is the Cudeman MT-5. I saw this blade on Spec Operator 4's channel. He has it in the wood handle and the brown sheath. I jumped on Amazon as soon as I saw that video. I couldn't believe that they'd sell a knife that looked this nice. I love that shape. I love the fit and finish. I even like the randomly placed, no real use for it, almost Spidey hole. And I jumped on there, and the knife that he was talking about was $85. And this is supposed to be the upgraded version. It's got the micarta. It's got red liners. It's got the black sheath. It's just supposed to be the next model up. But I was able to find this from one seller, one left, for $85 as well. Every other one I saw was over 100, 103, 105-ish. You can probably find it for a little cheaper, but I think I struck out, or hit a home run. I didn't strike out. Hit a home run on this guy for 85 bucks. And it's N695 steel. I'd never heard of that before, so I actually had to do some research. So let's get out the post-it note of knowledge. N695 is an improved 440C composite. It's stainless with high hardness. It's a rolled steel, as most alloys are, to increase uniformity throughout the blade, as well as uniformity in the thickness. So I worked with metal for a little while. I know what they're talking about. They basically take the same ingredients as 440, add some stuff to it, and then they get their N695, but they have to roll that steel to mix it up. So this is a uniform blade. The thickness should be right on. The metal contents throughout should be the same. Other uses for this metal are bearings, valves, surgical tools, and chisels. So I found all that on Hunter's Edge. I believe they're a company out of Britain. I'll find that website because I want to cite my sources. Let's talk about the sheath for a second. I really like their logo. It's like an elephant, which just, makes me think of hard work. Elephants are so heavy. Everything they do is hard work. But it's got that nice fold-over retention. It comes with these two like scout carry option Velcro pieces. I pulled them out because I was noticing that technically the sheath's backwards if you want to carry it scout carry and you're a right-handed person, because pretend I'm standing here and you're looking at my back. The straps, like this guy goes on your belt, and those two that would come around would face a knife to your left. Or you could flip it around like a weirdo and have the knife upside down, which I don't find any use for either. So I'm going to be carrying it through this loop just as a regular knife, vertically. So real nice leather. They even do a good job of putting these little patches over the spots they have the rivets through. They've covered up their rivets and their snaps so that it doesn't scratch the blade on the way out or in. That's a really nice touch. What drew me to this a lot first is this reminded me a little of a Hedgehog Leatherworks design, but I'm slowly seeing that it's not really the case. I was kind of disappointed by the sheath. Very strong construction, but the fact that I'm going to have to carry it through this loop and it's only held on by 2 rivets, that doesn't really speak to strong carry. I think I'm going to go through and sew some more reinforcement up through there. And I might even cut this piece off. But at the same time, I'm also thinking about popping a couple holes in here and then threading like elastic through, like Hedgehog Leatherworks does, that pulls that strap out when you're not using it. So I'll show you the blade and the sheath. It fits in very, very well. Nice solid snap. No way that's coming out. It's as hard as I can pull. Pull this out, and I'll do one quick comparison. Most of us have bought the SCHF 56L or the 56. This is the L. If you look at it, see, I'll do it back to back so I don't hurt the blades. You're losing less than a ½ inch overall, and most of that ½ inch is in the handle, because if you see, if you put blade to blade, it comes almost, I don't know, a 1/10 of an inch maybe shorter. But then at the handle, you have that knob on the Schrade that puts it up a little longer. But if you guys haven't bought this knife yet, do it. It's like, I think it was $30. Fantastic knife for the deal. I can't wait to get a new sheath for it. I'm not quite sold on the nylon, even if it has the liner in it. But back to this knife. $85 what I picked it up for. I absolutely love the colors, black and red. Very thick steel. I bet that's close to 1/4 of an inch, if it isn't. I love the guard. I love the exposed pommel. The lanyard hole, perfect size for paracord. One strand of paracord. It's not going to do the double up. Unless it's gutted, it would do gutted double. And like I said, I don't know what this is for. If anybody has a practical use, I know there's a person floating around in the community whose name is Creative Redundancy. This is a good one for you. If you can come up with something creative and redundant for that, I would love to hear it. Very nice handle pins as well. They're not pins, but they're screws. But very nice. This knife just feels solid. Fit and finish is fantastic. There's not a single edge on here that was missed. If you look in there, even the liner is smoothed out. I love the texture of the micarta, the layers. All over the front. No burrs, no hot spots. The only burr I found is there's a, it's not a pit, it's like a outdent or something right here. Bet you can't hear that, but there's like a little dot on the blade that's just stuck there. So I have not touched this edge up at all. Nice. And then, of course, got my Nathan's Monster Ferro Rod here. Move this paper so I don't start my house on fire. Boom, first strike. Alright, and then before I knew it was a stainless steel, first thing I did out of the box, because it was being stored in leather, was to put a coating of oil on the blade. And I don't regret it. It keeps the fingerprints off, because being stainless, it's got that really, really shiny like mirror polish on it, and it just collects fingerprints like nobody else's business. So this will probably be the knife I'm testing out on this year's camping trip, just like I did the SCHF 32 last year. This will probably be the knife. I don't think I'm going to be as brutal to it, just because I like it a lot more. And I don't need to prove that it can stand up to all those tests and not break like I did the SCHF 32. Because this is upper end budget blade. It's obviously not custom, but it's not like my Blackbird $170 SE 5 was $140. This is $85. So you can find them online. I think I saw a couple in the 90s. But if you like wood handles instead of the micarta, they sell an excellent version of that too. You can jump over to Spec Operator 4's channel right now. Check it out. It's called the Cudeman MT-5, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, MT-5. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it, and you have a good day. Bye.